Got some special guests today. Sprayer Operator of the Year 2001. And the one and only Jamie Burrows. We're just at where the Sunflower Maze car park's going, so James just stripped the topsoil off now. See if I'm dead efficient, put a spring line up. He's up there now with a digger, taking the stone up, and we're obviously shortening the track but widening at this end, so we're going to go up there and have a look. This is where it overflowed the other day when the electric pole was off there. So there's obviously water on the field and it's completely gone now because the pumps are back on and the drains are working and the beans are looking well. Shed update, Mini Merlot's here with a cherry picker basket. We're just going to weld the gudgeons on the post now so that we can put them frames up and get the doors on here. Apparently that hinge is wrong because it kicks out, but I think that'll keep the door open when it's open.
It's definitely on the piss. Do you want my glasses?
Yeah. It's fine. It's coming off anyway, that one, when the brickwork goes up the outside.
Bloody pigeons get everywhere, don't they?
Yeah, don't look at that weld. That one's not too bad. So that wasn't supposed to happen. To chop one of them down or wait till the brickwork's done and then put them on the outside. That's how high the stock filing conveyor's got it now. It's huge. Walkies! Come on, Fido! There's the cock pheasant that ran away from me yesterday. Just look at this field of wheat now. This is the one that we sumoed the bottom half. And you can see the line, it looked a bit greener down here at the beginning of the year. But then we've got the drought and it's now gone a bit more yellow compared to the rest. And it's hard to see on the camera, but there's definitely more grass weeds where we'd sumoed. Like all the little different tufts of grass weeds. And then you can also see that we've got more ruts from the sprayer than we have going further up the hill. Matt's checking out what the grass weeds are now. So it just shows you, physically it looked better, but it's probably not going to yield any better, and it's ended up more weedier. So that's why it's best to direct drill as much as we can. These arrived for putting this back right and the other one that's still on the machine, but they look far too wide. So we've slid some together. We've now got a gap now that we can fit in, you know, like 5 fingers and a bit, but they won't fit in there. So I think they've sent the wrong plastic things, and obviously this is definitely wrong because it's a lot smaller than the rest. So I don't know what's going on at Amazon, but they had the part number, they had the serial number of the actual roller, but it's clearly not right. So we can't take it apart and mess about until we've got the right bits. Oop. Big bird's nest of rebar going to the scrap skip. Yeah, so that's a wet day job, which we've now got. It's raining, but we can't do it. This was yesterday's quiz question. It's the fast fill pacer pump. Runs off a hydraulic motor. We use it on liquid firt a lot because we can get it in the machine a lot faster, and we're not having to mix chemical in. You can't mix chemical in through this one because it doesn't send it through the induction bowl. But that's what it's for. The induction bowl is what we use to suck the chemical into the sprayer. So it looks like a bit like a toilet. You pour the chemical in and it sucks it through. But when we're using the fast fill pump, it doesn't create the vortex or the vacuum on the induction bowl. We do that through the other pump. So that's why we predominantly use it for filling up with liquid firt. You could suck clean water in with that anyway if you wanted, and then use the induction bowl with what's in the hopper. Sorry, what's already in the sprayer, but then you can't rinse with clean water the induction bowl. So predominantly we always use it just on liquid firt. It's raining quite hard, but I've come to see the progress of the track rearrangement. So this was all dug out this morning. Now we've pulled some stone up from the top there, laid it in here, and then the other side's left to do sort of there where it's still made up of wood chip. So we're just leveling the stone in now. We'll probably have to dust it off with some road planers or something to make it a bit smarter, because it's a bit sticky and a bit reclaimed-ish. So it's not the best weather for doing it, but it keeps us busy when it's raining, so that's why we're doing it now. I'll go to the end of the track and you'll see where we've laid the soil back down. I'm under strict instructions off James not to make a mess because I'm driving down the track. He's like, don't drive off the end of the track and make a mess. So I'll drive to the end and then I have to get out and get wet and show you what we've been doing. We've just been taking the soil from this end of the track to this end of the track. I'll probably draw you a diagram on a blackboard later to show you what we've been doing and also what we did with the doors to make them fit, because when we put the doors on at the other farm today, we ended up with them overlapping by that much. So I come up with an idea of how to make it work for the time being, because eventually they'll be modified to live on the outside of the brickwork. So this is where the stones come out of. I don't know if you can see very well, but it's been a good 18 inches thick in places. And basically this used to be a gas drilling rig site. So the colliery over there, that big mound behind me, that they took the coal out and it sunk a bit of the ground, but also there's rain running in the camera, hold on. But also there's gas in the seams of coal. So in 2002, 2003, they put a big square pad on here, drilled down into the gas seams to see if they could get the gas out. They found gas, but it was uneconomical to take out at the time. So they basically pulled out, took the compound up, which we built some more yard in at the main yard, but we left a track right through the middle of the field so that we could use it for different things. Anyway, that's now surplus to requirements, being a nice big long track, and we could never turn trailers around, so we just have to back in off the road if we were storing muck up here or straw. So that is why now we're reshaping the track. So down there, the track's going to be sort of 4 times the width that it used to be, but only a quarter the length. So like I say, we're taking the stone out of here and the soil out from down there. Stone's going that way and the soil's coming this way, but the track's only 4 meters wide, so it's a little bit of juggling, making it all work. So we're also going to run out of topsoil for some reason, because the field was lower than the track anyway, and we don't want to end up with a divot in here. If you look as well, when it was laid, it was put onto ram and a geotex mesh, so it's been quite easy to take up, and that's why you can see this funny shape in the clay. This has been, like I say, 2002. This was probably put down, so it's been stone for what, 19 years. Amazing. Oh, there's a drawbar pin. This is a rusty drawbar pin. With a bit of water on the lens. Anyway, so that's soil here now. That was the track this morning. This is where the digger was first part this morning. That's now topsoil, nice and level from one field to the next. And then we've obviously got the stone come out of here, but we've got a big gap and a big difference. But we have got the soil to take out from the other side, but then also that stone's going to go that way as well. So we've got a bit of a soil deficit. We've got plenty of that in the yard, so we'll bring that up, fill that up, and then the whole field will be bigger. Well, it won't be bigger actually, because it's the same sort of oh no, the field will be bigger, because the new track we're putting down isn't going to be quite as deep. So we'll end up with more usable field and a more usable track, come space, car park, yard, turning circle, whichever you want to call it. And we won't have to, when we have the sunflower maize, make it out of wood chip. The problem we've got at the moment is though, we need to sow the sunflowers, and it's now raining. So we're hoping that as soon as the next dry spell comes, we can get them in, and then they can get up and away. Now we're not getting the cold nights anymore. Remember the other week we dug down there, found the drains, got rid of that water, stoned them up to the top. This was another bit of a puddle that was forming. So Adam dug down the other day to this drain, but for some reason the pipe's really badly silted up. It is still working because that hole hasn't filled up, but we can't understand why that's silted up when none of the others are. I don't know whether it's got a slight dip in the end of it, and the water's not been flowing through it very well, but we might have to try and dig down further on, see if it's over there, see if it's silted. And if it isn't over there, then we'll just jet this to it, and hopefully it'll be all right for another sort of 35 years. If not, we'll have to jet the whole lot, or just drop in next to it and put a new one. It's obviously cheaper to jet the whole lot if we can, but I think it herringbone, so I think over there it then meets a cross drain and then goes off that way. So we'll see, but that's what needs doing, but we're going to investigate that when it's a bit drier. The lads are just finishing off now because it started raining and making a bit of a mess. We're going to head back to the yard, but it is 5:30. Quick water main update. It's still leaking there, still flowing down there. Now there's an even bigger puddle because it's raining as well. How long's this been leaking for? Can anyone remember? Dead easy quiz question today, because if you know, you know. If you don't know, you won't. Why does this bottle have another little bottle at the top of it? If you think you know, leave a comment below. A lot of the day I've been showing Jamie and Matt round and looking at different crops, different things like that. Adam's been on with the liquid fertiliser as well, which is great because it's raining, so it's getting washed in and it's not sticking to the leaf, and we're not going to get any scorch, because scorch can sometimes affect it a little bit. So perfect conditions for that. It's also getting washed in, so it'll start working straight away, hopefully. Update on Project Waterfall. We've now got a pump spilling water out into that, into that, into that, and then it's going to go down there when it fills up. I don't really need a bit more flow because it's not really cascading off there, it's just sort of dribbling. And then the beach now is getting stoned and a few more stones on it so it doesn't tread sand into the house. And the garden's now a mess, so it's going to have to be bladed off and turfed. So there it is, Elton's glasses, or not Ringo Starr, been in Zauer in Liverpool, someone said yesterday. Right, I'm going to try and explain what's gone on with the doors. So the door frame's there and the door frame's there. We've welded the hinges on the inside. But of course, when we hang the doors on now, it's not to scale. They're overlapping in the middle, because when we've done the brickwork on the outside, which will be here and here, the gudgeons will stick out the front. And when the gudgeons stick out the front, then that means then that the doors will meet perfectly in the middle, hopefully. So for now, what we've done is the box section that the frame doors are made out of, which is that shape, we've put the draw bolts through like that, and the nuts on, so that's through the box section. We've now re-drilled it that way so that they hang, instead of hanging like this in the middle with a gap there for the hinge, they'll now hang in front with a hinge there. But the problem with that is once the brickwork's on, then they won't open past the brickwork. So we're going to do it like that for now, and then when we put the brickwork on the front, the face brick, and the doors that the brickwork's here, we'll then build a metal bracket in with the gudgeon sticking out the front of the brickwork. So the doors then will sit like that, and work, because the doors were originally built to work that way round, but we thought we could have just bodged it as it was. Anyway, we're having to mess about and drill it that way, but it's fine, it'll work. I hope you understand what I mean, but you'll see a bit more tomorrow anyway, now they're up. The spray is coming in June, hopefully they're building it next week, so we'll start getting some pictures of the progress of that, so that'll be good. And we've got the drill hopefully arriving on Monday as well, so that should be good as well. About it for today. No guest outro today, so if you want to send some in. Maybe I'll use Heidi and Rory's again, because they are my niece and nephew. If you want to watch another video, I think you can click there. If you want to subscribe, you can click here. Keep subscribing. So thanks for watching, see you soon. It's been wet here today. Matt's been messing with the board, and so is Jamie. He wants a 758 drill, that's why they were up here having a look at the drill and the old Bateman, but I don't know, they might have it, they might not. Anyway, see you soon.